This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hi, everybody. I am Mitch English.
I'm Andrea Jackson. This is Daily Flash, your source for trending news and entertainment.
We are living in the age of Jetsons. If we would have thought that we would be in outer space as much as we are, we would just be blown away, especially if you think just the short amount of time, 69, we were hitting the moon, right?
Yeah.
Believe it or not, this year, so far in 2020, last year rather, in 2024, there were 259 rocket launches.
It's amazing.
That is one, they were saying there is one in the world going off once every 34 hours, if you can believe that.
Almost once a day.
Almost, yeah.
Oh,
Think about
two in
that.
a day
Yeah.
at the end of last year.
Yes, that's right.
And this is actually the fourth straight year of record-breaking launches. SpaceX is the one
Huge.
leading it.
Yeah.
152 missions, 2,000 Starlink satellites. And they put about 4.2 million pounds of space payload, if you will, up in the outer space. So think about that.
Taking it to the ISS.
Taking it up there, plus other things along with,
Yep.
you know, the satellites and that sort of thing. So it's really interesting to see how far we have gone from just for the past 50 years. And this is going to be, imagine not even 10 years from now, the race to actually get more and more into outer space and then eventually hit Mars. And that's not.
It's hard to believe that we haven't been back to the moon.
Yeah, I think they're really
for
wanting to
so
do
many
that.
decades.
But they're still leaving leaving a whole bunch of space junk up there.
No,
and
you're
that's
right.
the biggest
Yeah.
problem because our ships, they get a hole and it's gone.
It's junk. It's a massive amount of space junk out there that is just out in outer space.
Yeah.
It's going to probably eventually come down. I bet you we're going to hear a story pretty soon about the space junk. Something happening.
Do you remember Space Lab?
Yes.
Was it
Skylab?
Skylab. Thank you, Skylab. And there was that whole story about Skylab coming crashing down. Into
I remember that. That was a
and
big
everybody
deal.
had like a Skylab's going to end the world and all that jazz.
I remember that.
That
It was like
so nuts.
80s in the 80s.
And it never happened.
Never did.
They're
Never
trying to work on
happened.
how they're going to get the ISS down now because they're going to decommission that in the next
That's
few
right.
years, and they're trying to figure out how to get that
I
thing
say
down.
Well, let's get the
Make
two
it space.
astronauts that
Yeah,
are
let's get that
stranded
out.
up there from Boeing back down to Earth
First
before we
things
start
first.
worrying about dismantling
I
the
agree.
ISS.
I'm sure they agree too.
Yeah.
Those numbers are going to go up exponentially. They're about to put in a couple $2 billion over in Cape Canaveral so that they can launch these, and that big Starliner is coming in
The
from
Dream
Texas.
Chaser headed for ISS cargo missions.
What's
here on
interesting is
Spaces.
I remember when they had the last shuttle mission launch
remember
from
that
the
thing,
Space Coast, and everyone thought this is the end. This is the end of the space program, of the space industry, and it has done nothing but like quadruple since then.
And NASA's smart. When a space shuttle goes up or whatever, not the privatized, but when the government, every part of the shuttle has something to do with every state in the union, meaning they make a different part of it so that then that way every state
Everybody
is
has a
actually
going
to contribute to it
buy
and
into
want
it,
and won't vote against it, right?
Hold on,
Yeah.
Mississippi has a part up there?
Yes, we don't know what it is.
The biggest issue they're having though in Cape Canaveral is the infrastructure with the sewage system to have that many people move over there. That's
Yeah.
the biggest problem they're having.
The plumbing, who would have thought?
Plumbing.
Yeah, you think with the alligators, but the plumbing. Okay. A kayaker has a whale of a tail. You got to see to believe. Adrian Semenkus was kayaking when a humpback whale surfaced and swallowed him whole. Here it goes.
Nightmare
Whoa.
fuel.
And he's
Look at that.
gone. Adrian had a brief stay inside the whale's mouth before he was spit back out into the ocean. Adrian later told friends and family that he actually thought he was a goner.
Yeah.
He was worried his dad might be next. He was out kayaking with his son and caught all of it on video. Can you imagine seeing your son swallowed up by a whale?
Wow.
Adrian swam over to his dad's kayak and they both made a beeline for the shoreline. The two were kayaking off the Patagonia coast in Chile along the Magellan Strait. His dad fixed a camera to the back of his kayak to catch the waves when it captured this incredible experience. Talk about having the camera in the right place at the right time.
I think the whale did it on purpose. The whales are turning on us. They got the orcas attacking yachts. This thing's trying to eat a kayaker.
You're
turning on us.
100% right. No,
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Is it because of social media that we're hearing more and more about this? But you're right, Matt, that we keep on hearing these whales going after boats
Yes.
and that sort of thing. Man, they're tired of it all.
Well, I think too there's a big question about they were trying to build those windmills off the shoreline, which was causing all of these beached whales and all of the sea life to come on shore and die. Like, are we talking about? Is there a message
connection?
going out to
I
everybody?
think, I think that documentary Free Willy, that whale got out there and told everybody there's some injustices going on
Maybe that's
on
it.
land.
Y'all need to watch Star Trek. What is it? The number 4, where
Oh,
they
yeah,
go back and save the whale.
Yeah.
We got today's trends, tomorrow's talk. Lots of fun. Stick around. This is Daily Flash.